Okay, so this is Spotio, right? And this is probably my favorite app. The thing about this app is when you're walking house to house to house, you can find the house and then you can pin it. And then the thing about the pins are you can customize the pins and then you can customize the color. Okay, so different status. Now, I'm just going to show you my pens, okay? Because I like the way that I have it set up. Okay, so um, lead, first appointment. That means that I got a lead, and this is my first appointment with that lead. Now, once I've seen the lead, then it needs to become something else. Okay? It needs to become a go for no. It needs to become a set appointment. A needs a quote. So this is where they usually start, especially when I'm not knocking. So like this time right now, I don't really knock. I don't knock ever. I get appointments. So it all starts here. Okay? Now, go back list means you need to go back, but you didn't get it, right? Which is different than go for no. So there's a book called Go for No, and they say like, let's say you can't close it today, or you know that they're not really going to be closed. That doesn't mean that they're not interested. That means that you need to keep going until they say no. And in every aspect of life, there is that. So the guy used, I think that he was in like Atlanta, and this guy came in and he bought like $32,000 worth of clothes at this fine clothing store. And the sales guy was super, super excited. And he was like, the guy bought everything in the whole store. And the manager was like, what did he say no to? And he was like, well, he said yes to everything. And he was like, yeah, but did you offer him an extra tie? Where did he say no? Because the thing is like, if you go to a house, they might be watching a football game. That doesn't mean that they're not interested. That just means that you need to keep going back. So there's a ton of people in mine that is on go for no. Needs quote is self-explanatory. A lot of people, they're not going to care about insurance. They're just going to want a quote. And it's stupid and it sucks and they don't get it. And you can explain ACVs, RCVs, you can explain everything. All they want is a quote. Set appointment, go back list. Needs adjuster appointment. So let's say the roof got, you got it signed up and y'all called the insurance company and the ball's rolling, then you want to turn it into needs adjuster approval. Okay. So many times you get up on a roof. There's not enough hail. There's not enough wind. It's not bad enough. I've got 8 billion purple next storms. Okay. Now, a lot of times I'll get up on a roof and I'll be like, your insurance company is not going to buy it. You need to switch. And then we'll wait for another storm. So either which way, change insurance or next storm. The thing is when you get a giant hailstorm from Hail Recon, or a giant storm comes into Greenville or Charlotte or Atlanta, like it is right now, with these hurricanes that are coming through in 2018, it's crazy, So those giant storms are coming through, and they're just going to tear through these cities all the way up the East Coast. What are you going to do? You're gonna go back to the houses and you're gonna say, hey, man, I saw that you got hit with this giant storm. Let me check. Or and I showed this to people at their front door. I'm like, look, I'm gonna put you in purple, and I'm gonna become like your dentist. Your roof dentist. I'm just gonna give you a checkup every once in a while. But here's the thing: with Hail Recon, when it's time, right? Roofs that are sold, I put it in pink. Not interested, I put it in red. Means stop. You see what I'm saying? Green means go. Red means that's not really red. Pink I like because it feels good, So pink is roof sold. Um, Needs adjuster improvement, I'd put that in blue. And the thing is like you can change it to whatever you want. So old roofing business. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Usually I use this for like girls' houses that I go to, and yeah, I don't want to forget where their houses are. I use this for when I date girls because I don't really have an old roofing business. Insurance companies, when you go to an insurance company and you say, hey, my name is Joe, I work for blah, and I want to be one of your guys, can you call me? And then you take them some donuts and you're like, hey, I'll pay you $3 billion if you give me a lead. I'm just kidding. That's completely and totally illegal. But what you can do is you can go in there enough that they know your name, like cheers. Um, Roof business sold. I don't even know what that is. Not home is yellow because they're not home, so you're just going to keep going back. Most of the not homes become go for no's for me, but I like to categorize it as yellow, and that means that you should go back. That means that you never talked to them. Where go for no means that you did talk to them. If you're at go for no, you're trying to get their name. And that way, when you go back to their house, you have their name. And they're, hey, Charles, how are you doing? And they're going to be like, what? You remember me? I'm the one that checked your roof. You remember? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. See, you just want to keep track of every house, right? And then you go there. You can put in whatever you want. You can make it a group. Attempts, contacts. I don't even make it a group, I don't even care. And then you can change the color to whatever color you like. And then you just hit add status, and then you can pull it however which way you want to pull it. Just click that and then pull it up. That's how it works. Super, super simple. Now here's another one. Fields. Okay. You want to get, okay, so right here, you'll see from mine, but right here you will have the drop down so you can put the pin. You have their phone number, pin status, which will be up here on the app, date and all that. Like each time that you create a new one, it's going to keep track. So like I'll be like, hey, I met you last July 27th. You remember? They're like, July 27th? But I know because of this. Okay? Assigned to, that's if you have someone else. Like my brother has, I pay for my brother too. So it's my account and then my brother's account. And when he goes on a lead, when I go in and I look and I'm like, he always has his. I'll show you real fast. This is what always happens. I love him, See this lead first appointment? He'll keep it in this lead. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? And he's like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then he'll go in and he'll fix them all, It's just what it is. He's way more put together in every aspect of his life except for Spotio. But Spotio is more mine. Resident age, I don't care about. I do put, what do I put? I do put type of damage, and then I put multiple choices, right? I do put deductible amount. I do put the second phone number. I do make notes. I do put a referred by because I owe that person money. And then I put the insurance company. So if I know that it's State Farm, I'm going to put it State Farm. If I know that John Smith gave me the referral, then I'm going to put John Smith. And then in the notes, I'm going to get John Smith's phone number. I'm going to make sure that he gets his money when it gets sold, right? These are my custom fields. So these are just things that I've done to Spotio to make them more set up for, there's always a name. There's always a phone number. There's always an email. I don't care about any of this stuff. yeah, there you go. It's a lot of information, but this is how I set up my Spotio. And I used to sell life insurance door to door before I was selling roofs. And I would go up and I'd be like, so you pull me into your house and you put me down in your basement and you kill me. I've got life insurance. And the cool thing about life insurance is I'm worth more dead than alive. So that's how it was back then. So go ahead and kill me, and my family will be able to buy a KFC or a um, what is it? What is it? Taco Casa. I like Taco Casa so much. Oh, I love Taco Casa. What else would be a good one? Wingstop. I'll be like Rick Ross, like a boss, and then I floss after I eat my 10-piece wings. What else would I like to buy? There's so many things that I would like to buy, but they could buy it, and then it would just feed them forever just off of the death of me. Wow, that went a little bit deeper than I was expecting.